Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome to the second video of the channel. Big milestone, I know, right? Um, Today we're actually going to be talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Rulings, what to do with them, where to find them. This is a topic I haven't seen a lot of people talk about. I've seen like YouTube shorts and Instagram posts and stuff about it, but I've never seen like a full-fledged video made going through the resources that we have available to all of us as Yu-Gi-Oh players, and I feel like everyone should know about these. This isn't to harass anyone who doesn't know rulings. This is to help everyone. As we go through these, hopefully you'll be able to see how easy these rulings are to find. If someone responds to you, that's the main thing, without actually being a local event. Also, if you're in the middle of the locals right now and you just looked up Yu-Gi-Oh rulings, just throw your hand up and you'll judge, and someone will help you. You don't need me. I'll teach you about that. So the first official resource that we have here is I believe it's from the EU, but it's official Yu-Gi-Oh rulings. It's on their main website. All of this I will leave down in the description. You can go in through everything through this. You can go through chain linking. You can go through graveyard effects when they're supposed to be banished, banish effects when they're supposed to be in graveyard, hand effects, discarding for cost. It tells you literally everything, but the problem with this is you actually have to go through and read through a dictionary to find what you need to find. There's like quick links and stuff, but you still have to look through it. I know a lot of people are looking for more specific rulings. If you're looking for a more specific ruling, the places to go is the Judges Lounge. Now, this is the Facebook group that is open to the public. I am currently in it. You join. There is a group of judges. Most of the people in this group are actually judges, which is really nice. And you'll post a question in the group, and hopefully someone will get back to you as soon as possible. Most of the time for me, it only takes like an hour for someone to get back to me. I know that doesn't help you out in the middle of the locals, but it really does help you out when you're like playtesting with a friend and neither of you know how to resolve the issue before the next locals or the event comes up. Also, what can happen is if official judge responds to you in that chat, you can actually save their name, and you can go to Konami's judge log and you'll see their name in there. And then if your opponent has a problem with it, just to show them, you can say, hey, this is a judge, show them your name. That'll help you out a lot. If you're at a locals in the middle of a match and it happens to you, more than likely there are going to be judges at your locals. Like with me, I think we've got like 4 or 5. Usually we've got around 20 players showing up. When you do this, most of the time what will happen is you'll raise your hand, you'll say judge. Someone at your locals, they can or cannot be playing either one, will run over to you. They will try their best to help you. They'll get the issue resolved. They'll go back to their game. If they need a time extension, they'll be given that. They're a judge for a reason. When you call out for help, it's not an issue for them. They're glad to come help you. I mean, Konami has tests that you take to become a judge, so obviously they're wanting to be a judge and be annoyed by everyone yelling at them. That's part of it. That's what's so cool about it. It's such a tight-knit community. But the other way, this is in my opinion, the least reliable way. This is Reddit. You can go on Reddit. You can go to like r/Yu-Gi-Oh, r/Yu-Gi-Oh rulings, whatever archetype you're looking for. Type it in, and hopefully you'll get a response. But the thing is, whoever responds, you don't really know what their real name is. They could just be in there trolling you. Hopefully you'll get someone who's really willing to help you out, but you never know. The main thing with rulings at a local event is not to be scared and raise your hand and say judge. Like I said, no one's really gonna care. The main thing that people get scared of is thinking, if I am playing against my opponent, I raise my hand and ask for judge. The opponent thinks that they don't trust you, something like that. You just have to explain to them that that's not what it is. You just want like an official response. Plus, after that one interaction with the judge, you know that ruling forever. You can in your head say, oh, a card game Yu-Gi-Oh judge told me this is correct. I know I'm right. And then you can fight tooth and nail for it at a YCS if there's like some scrub saying it's not right just because they're trying to burn you for 500 in time. That didn't happen to me, but yeah. But yeah, it's very easy to find rulings in this game. You just have to go out there and look for them. It is pretty tough if you're looking for a ruling in the middle of a match. That is why playtesting is so important in this game, because the rulings are so complex and convoluted. Once you get to know those rulings, it helps you out a lot. Everything that I've mentioned today, I'll leave down in the description with the EU website, with the ruling book, with the judging lounge. I'm not sure if like we have public access to a judge list, but I know Konami does. So if you're at an OTS store, you could ask them to contact Konami, and then you know whose judges they comes to your locals. They'd be able to look up the names. And Reddit. Reddit.com/Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess. I don't know. I'll try to leave a couple groups in there that are more specifically toward rulings and not just r/Yu-Gi-Oh, because there's some scary stuff in there. But all right, a very very simple video today. Nothing crazy. I didn't want to intimidate anyone with going into ruling. That's why I'm leaving this short and simple and sweet. It's just Yu-Gi-Oh has gotten so complicated in the last couple of years. I feel like it's pushing players away from the game. It's very hard for new people to get into the game right now, especially with a Tier 0 format. A lot of people think to compete you have to spend over $1,000 to build that Tier 0 deck. You can still compete, it's just not as good. Like, you're probably not going to win a YCS. You can win a locals for sure, but yeah, I'm trying to spread this information to help new people who are getting into the game. That way this game will continue and not die in 5 years. It's really scary when I look at, like, I see YCSs and stuff get bigger. Locals are getting bigger, but I'm not sure how it's gonna go. I really love this card game, and I hope it continues for another 25 years. I would love a 50th anniversary box. Can you imagine? That'd be sick. All right, that's it. I've rambled enough. Everything's down in the description. You guys have a good day.